Good afternoon, Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, autoappraise.com, 800-301-3886. Out in Chicago today, mid-November 2023, doing a pre-purchase inspection on a 67 Pontiac GTO. Signet gold car with black interior, 242 VIN. Up on the hoist, gonna start back here. This inspection is being conducted for an out-of-state purchaser. If you ordered the inspection, this video is for you. If you are seeing this video and you're not the guy that paid for it, then this has later been turned into a commercial / advertisement for what we do. Only the guy who hires us and pays us gets to see the results. Gas tank's been out and Teflon coated. Quarter panel splashes are in really good shape. Original drain plugs present there. The floor supports have been replaced on both sides and those bushings are new. The work wasn't totally finished off, but it was welded in and it is presentable. The rear tail support is in a very good condition. These bushings are original. Just a little bit of dry rot, a little bit of pancaking noted. Somebody hooked a chain on this rear bar right here and tugged on it at one time, but that's nothing major, probably to tow the car up on a trailer. I wouldn't consider it frame damage. Rear suspension is largely all original, non-boxed lower control arms. These shocks have been changed at some point, and I believe the rear springs were changed as well. They just look a little newer than some of the other components underneath the car. The floor structure throughout the car is in really good, solid, original shape. I don't see any evidence of any floor pans being changed or sectioned. These inner splashes on the inner rocker structure are in good, solid, original shape with some cosmetic surface rust present, as you can see there. Frame's been touched up and painted a little bit, but nothing to be too concerned about. Frame rails have had a little touch-up paint work as well. Trunk pan is super solid. Common stock aluminized exhaust is presentable. Floor pans look really nice underneath this car, very solid. And looking up in the holes of the frame, you can see it's not scaly or anything too drastic, just really surface rust present. Might be moving too fast. No patches apparent in left or right pans. These rubber bushings above the frame supports. Let me see if I can get my flashlight out of my way. Show a little dry cracking, as we would expect up there as well for original units. 3885010 is the cast on the main body of the transmission. It is not VIN stamped to this vehicle, although it's a 01C build, so it's a third week in January 1967 build, and it wasn't till April of 67 that GTOs received VIN stamps on the motor and transmission. However, the date code on this appears to be P7 Apple 05 Muncie, January 5th, 1967. So we've got a good date code on the transmission for a third week build January car. I've got a motor unit number recorded from above, and as you would suspect, there is no VIN stamp present on the front of the block next to the timing chain cover because it's not supposed to be there. Front suspension looks like the inner and outer tie rods were replaced / rebuilt. Sleeves were painted black. That was done a while ago. No tears or elongations in the frame rails. That looks real nice. Pitman and idler arm look stock. Center link looks like it was changed. Power steering box may have been rebuilt or replaced. Looks nice and clean. It's got a cast silver paint on it. But inner splashes look like they're in good shape. Front and rear look good. The only one that's really been worked on is the left rear. Fuel pump has been changed not too long ago. Stock cast iron manifolds, dressed up a little from the top. Power steering and power brakes car. I haven't seen any PHS documentation on the vehicle. Yoke seal may have been leaking and or may still be leaking. A little bit of splash there on the linkage and on the floor. And then we've got a little bit of a rear main drip here. Not uncommon for a Pontiac, right? Coming back onto the transmission, that's motor oil. So there's the underbody of the vehicle, and good solid original Survivor underbody. Original fuel lines, brake lines, etc. Throughout there. Going to get her down off the rack, get it outside, and we'll take it for a test drive. 14-inch Coker, red